All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for clicking on this video. Today we had Benfica versus Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid got the win today from one of the best outside of the box bangers I've seen in a while. Well, actually, no, because Vinny literally scored a goal like that not even that long ago. I forgot against who, but I know he scored that like recently. So yeah, it's another outside of the box finish from Vinny. It's absolutely unsavable by the keeper. That puts Real Madrid ahead 1-0 in the first leg. To be honest, I don't see Benfica coming back from this. It was honestly a really good game from Benfica, but at the end of the day, it was just, I just want to say, like, Vinny played out of his mind today, even though I do believe he should have been sent off because of the tackle he did against Richard Rios. He had a shot on target that, well, it wasn't a shot on target. He was going to take a shot on target, and Vinny completely took his legs out from behind. So that should have been another yellow on top of the yellow that he got for celebrating in front of the fans, which was unsportsmanlike due to the way he was dancing. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to talk about besides the goals. I do want to say this is like probably one of the weirdest games I've seen in a while. I don't remember the last time like the game stopped for like 12 minutes due to some racial I guess like verbiage that was used on the pitch. I'm not sure if verbiage is the word, but I mean, what was his name? Cristiani. He has a 5.7 on FootMob. He played on the right, and Vinny played on the left. After Vinny had scored a goal, obviously Vinny celebrated in front of the fans. Benfica's players didn't like that. And then due to that, Vinny accused Cristiani of saying a racial word towards him, which then caused Vinny to go tell the ref. The ref stopped the game for like 12 minutes. But due to the fact that Cristiani covered his mouth, it was unclear as to whether he actually did it, or they had no solid evidence to prove that he did it. Therefore, they just had to continue the match how it was. And I mean, I gotta say, Cristiani, I think all of Benfica kind of played a really good game. I mean, I know these guys are gonna get orange on FootMob, but FootMob really just doesn't. Like, it's just statistics. It doesn't take in consideration how they actually played. I thought Benfica actually played a really good game. Do I think they deserve to win? I don't think they did enough offensively, but defensively and in the midfield, they were creating some chances. But yeah, just at the end of the day, if you can't score, then you're not going to be able to win, which is exactly what happened. Real Madrid created more chances, more effective chances, and they got the dub. Do I think this Real Madrid team is good? No, I don't. I still do not think that Vinny and Mbappe can play together. There have been many instances where Mbappe was making a run and Vinny just decides to dribble it, or Mbappe comes to the left and crowds Vinny when he's trying to dribble. There's still stuff that happens like that, and I don't think it'll work out down the line. I think Real Madrid is gonna have to sell one of them, but sell who? That's the question, especially now that Vinny is scoring so many goals, so many important goals for Real Madrid, so many important assists. He got man of the match today, despite a yellow, which overall a yellow does drag down your score on FootMob. But, I mean, yeah, I as much as I hate to say it, Vinny played out of his mind today. I do think Mbappe was really bad today. In the first half, created no chances, wasn't able to get a shot off. Maybe it's because the defenders were crowding him, but I actually thought he had a couple of instances where he could have scored, and he missed completely. There was a cross from Trent Alexander-Arnold after one of the Benfica players went down. He landed on his shoulder. They gave the ball to Real Madrid. Real Madrid passes it all through the back, and Trent Alexander-Arnold finds a pass to Mbappe, which is a cross, and Mbappe wasn't able to get a touch on it. And then there was other times where Mbappe just gave the ball away in Real Madrid's or in Benfica's half, and then they just counterattacked. But due to Benfica's lack of being able to finish, he just wasn't able. They weren't able to get on the score sheet. So what does this mean? Well, I still believe that it's anybody's game. I mean, obviously do think that Real Madrid will have the advantage going home because they always play better at home. But I mean, I can still see. Nah, I'll be honest. I don't think Benfica's coming back, especially now that Jose Mourinho has a red. He got a red this game after Vini tackled Richard Rios for taking that shot. Jose Mourinho said something to the ref on the sideline, and then on the pitch he said something, so they got aggressive and they gave him a red. Do I think he deserves a red? I'm not sure because I don't know what he said. Maybe after the press conference that comes after the game, the post-match interview, maybe something will come out and we'll see if he deserved the red. But I mean, in my opinion, I think that Vinicius deserved the red more because he was on a yellow already, and that was a bad tackle from him. But anyways, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I don't think Dean Huijsen was that good today, to be honest. He looked shaky at times, but Carreras, I think he was the best defender, I'll be honest. Rudiger was pretty good too. Trent, I think the first half he played better than in the second half. I didn't really see him much in the second half, but either way, bro. I mean, to be honest, this number 8 from Benfica, I like him a lot. I thought he was probably one of their best players, as well as Valerio. This is the first time I'm seeing this guy. I thought they were pretty solid as well. Otamendi and Araujo overall played a really decent game. Pavlidis was nowhere on the pitch. Literally, I didn't even know he was playing until the commentator said his name, like, because he touched the ball once. But yeah, I mean, disgusting display today. It was so bad from him. I don't even know how he saw 90 minutes, to be honest. They should have subbed him out at halftime, bro. It was really, really bad from him. Richard Rios, I thought he played pretty well. When he came in, he was making a difference. He could have had a shot on, but of course, Vinny had to tackle him from behind. And at the end of the day, he didn't really impact much in the final third because Real Madrid, to be honest, played pretty good defensively. But yeah, I mean, we all knew that it was going to be hard for Benfica to score. Benfica is Jose Mourinho's team, and they're obviously going to defend as much as possible, play off of the counter, and then see where it goes from there, see if they can score. Obviously, it wasn't as high of a goal-scoring game as it was last time they faced. Last time it was 4-2, and this time it was 1-0. So, with that being said, they still have another leg to play, and looking forward to that. Who's not going to play? Let's see. Well, first of all, Jose Mourinho is not going to be there. Jude Bellingham is not going to be there. Rodrigo is not going to be there. I think those are like the main people that aren't going to be there. But who else? I'm not sure. The next game is probably going to go Madrid's way. I don't really see Benfica getting a dub. I think Benfica's run in the Champions League is pretty much over. I kind of want to talk about this PSG Monaco game. I was keeping an eye on it through FootMob. I didn't really see a game. I saw that what's his face missed the penalty, Vitinha. I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, players miss penalties all the time, bro. It's part of the game, but you'll never see anybody talk about Vitinha missing a penalty because nobody cares about PSG. Nobody really cares about Vitinha. Let's be honest, bro. The only reason that this team ever gets talked about is if they win the Champions League. But they play in a farmers league. Nobody cares about these players. So that's why he's not going to get pressed on the media. Nobody's going to talk about it. But if it was Yamal who missed a penalty yesterday, it'd be all over everybody's timeline. People would be criticizing him, calling him the worst player, the most overhyped player. But it is what it is, bro. When you're the best player in the world, people come at you, and you got to be ready for that. The only thing is, we don't know if Yamal's ready for that because he is so young, but we'll see how he bounces back. I'm looking forward to the next game between Benfica and Real Madrid. Galatasaray beat Juventus 5-2. I saw the first half of this game, and I honestly thought Juventus was going to run away with it. But Galatasaray came back 5-2. Honestly, really good display from them. And then Dortmund, Atalanta. Well, what can I say? Dortmund was pretty much going to win this game from the start, especially since they were playing at Dortmund Stadium, which the yellow wall, if you guys aren't familiar with, is probably one of the hardest stadiums to play at. I'll be honest. It's so loud because every single one of the fans is local. Like you don't get much tourists. Like people don't know this, but a lot of stadiums like Real Madrid stadiums, Barcelona stadiums, Liverpool stadiums, maybe sometimes Man City stadiums, like those stadiums have a lot of tourists. Therefore, it is loud. However, it's not as rowdy as like the smaller teams, kind of like Dortmund. Another example would probably be like Atletico Madrid, like those smaller teams that are like rivals to the bigger teams. They most likely have a more chaotic stadium and a harder environment to play. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be who I'm pretty sure they play again tomorrow in the Champions League. Hold on, I don't want to see this table. Let me see. Oh gosh, Champions League. Let's see who plays tomorrow. Oh well, tomorrow it's gonna be Bodo Glimt versus Inter, Club Rouge versus Atletico. I hope Club Rouge absolutely destroys them, but they probably won't. And Karabakh versus Newcastle. Okay, so I gotta wake up early, watch this Karabakh versus Newcastle game because that's gonna be important. Whoever wins between those two and wins between Monaco and Paris Saint-Germain over the two legs will most likely, well, it's going to be a 50-50 chance on who plays Barcelona. And that's what I care about the most. I don't really care about any of the other teams. So, yeah, that's pretty much it from me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I honestly did enjoy the game. I wish there wasn't all that, like, stopping because of the racial stuff, because that was just, like, very off-putting. Plus, my streaming was, like, cutting out and stuff like that, so I hated that as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this match review. I'm not going to be too salty today because, I did want to see Real Madrid lose, but, they're still playing in the playoffs. Anything can happen in the next round. I want to focus on my team and how they play. I don't care about other teams. So yeah, I do care if Real Madrid lose though. I'll be happy if they lose. But without that, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and share with people who you might think my content is interesting. And thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys. Peace.